Chicago Sky eliminates Angel Reese as team was forced to trim rosters down to 12 players ahead of Friday's regular season opener. Please subscribe to this channel so that you will not miss out on any information. As the WNBA's May 15th deadline for finalizing regular season rosters came and went, teams were faced with the tough task of trimming their lineups to the league-mandated 12-player maximum. This annual decision-making process is often a brutal one, especially for players on the bubble. One such player affected this year was second-year guard Celeste Taylor, who found herself unexpectedly waived by the Phoenix Mercury just days before the 2025 season opener. Taylor, who has already experienced a whirlwind of movement in her young career, was cut on Thursday despite finishing the 2024 season strong with Phoenix. After bouncing between 3 franchises during her rookie campaign, including the Indiana Fever, who initially drafted her, Taylor finally seemed to be settling into a meaningful role with the Mercury. She averaged just over 20 minutes per game and earned 4 starts, impressing observers with her grit, defensive tenacity, and energy on the floor. The move came as a surprise to many fans and analysts who had seen Taylor as a promising contributor. Her release underscores the annual heartbreak of WNBA roster reductions, where even skilled and dedicated players are often casualties of limited spots and tight salary caps. Addressing the media, Mercury head coach Nate Tibbetts clarified that the decision to part ways with Taylor wasn't due to any lack of ability or effort on her part. Instead, he pointed to the complexities of roster construction and the high level of competition during training camp. When you have a really competitive camp, there are always going to be hard choices, Tibbetts said. We think very highly of Celeste, both as a player and as a person. Unfortunately, with everything going on in terms of our roster dynamics, we had to make the decision not to retain her. Tibbetts added that he still views Taylor as a true WNBA caliber talent. I absolutely believe she belongs in this league. She's sharp, fiercely competitive, and carries herself with the kind of professionalism you want on your team. We wish her nothing but success moving forward, he said, as reported by Desert Wave Media. Following her release, Taylor entered the WNBA's waiver process. Other teams now have 48 hours to claim her rights. If no team claims her within that window, she will become a free agent, free to sign elsewhere in the league or pursue opportunities abroad. Taylor's journey serves as a poignant example of the difficulties many players face in the current WNBA structure. With only 12 teams and a maximum of 12 active roster spots per team, just 144 positions in total, space is limited. And in some cases, franchises are forced to carry only 11 players to manage salary cap constraints. This means even competent and promising players are often let go due to numbers, not performance. Each spring, this tight squeeze leaves second-round draft picks, undrafted rookies, and even young returners like Taylor fighting uphill battles. The WNBA's condensed training camps and emphasis on proven, immediate impact make it incredibly difficult for developing players to earn a foothold. Taylor's rookie season was a case in point, starting with Indiana, then briefly joining Connecticut before finding a temporary home in Phoenix. Despite adapting quickly and showing promise, she's once again searching for stability, a stark reminder of how fast things can change in professional sports. The broader conversation around roster sizes and league expansion continues to gain momentum. As the WNBA garners more visibility and fan support, many have called for an increase in both the number of teams and roster capacity to reflect the growing talent pool and rising competition. Every season, talented players, including recent first-round draft picks and proven veterans, are released across the league. This year has been no exception, with several unexpected cuts making headlines and fueling ongoing discussions about structural reform. For players like Celeste Taylor, being waived doesn't mark the end of the road, but it does reflect the razor-thin margins in a league where determination, skill, and work ethic may still not be enough. Until expansion materializes, WNBA roster cutdown day will remain one of the most emotionally charged and unforgiving moments in the sports calendar. As the WNBA regular season approaches, the Chicago Sky have finalized their roster by trimming it down to the league-mandated 12 players. In a surprising and bold move, one of the most notable roster casualties was second-year forward Angel Reese. Despite an impressive rookie season, Reese has been let go as the team looks to restructure and focus on a new direction going into Friday's highly anticipated season opener. Angel Reese, who was drafted 7th overall in 2024, quickly made her mark in the league. Her physicality, rebounding prowess, and high motor energized fans and boosted the Sky's competitiveness last season. Reese didn't just live up to expectations, she shattered them. She broke the WNBA rookie record for rebounds in a single season with 446 boards and recorded a league-high 26 double-doubles, including a streak of 15 consecutive games with double-digit points and rebounds. Her dominant presence on the glass was a major reason why the Sky stayed in playoff contention for much of the season. However, Reese's inaugural campaign was cut short due to a wrist injury that sidelined her in the final stretch. Despite her remarkable performance, questions lingered about how she would return physically and whether she would fit into the evolving makeup of the Sky's roster under new coaching and front office leadership. WNBA teams faced difficult decisions each preseason due to strict roster limitations and salary cap constraints. With only 12 roster spots available, the Sky had to make some tough calls. Alongside Reese, the team also parted ways with players like Morgan Birch, Alex Wilson, and Jessica Carter. These moves weren't necessarily about lack of talent, but more about team fit, long-term strategy, and balancing contracts. On the flip side, rookies Haley Van Lith and Maddie Westbeld survived the final cut and secured spots on the opening day roster. Both players made strong impressions during training camp with their versatility, court awareness, and work ethic. The coaching staff appears eager to build around young talent that fits their system more precisely. The decision to release Angel Reese, despite her stellar rookie stats, signals a shift in philosophy for the Chicago Sky. It's clear the organization is focusing on creating a balanced team built not just around star power, but also around complementary skills and team chemistry. With a mix of young talent and experienced veterans, the Sky seem to be prioritizing flexibility, fast-paced play, and strategic depth. For Angel Reese, this release may be a setback, but it's far from the end of her story. Given her production and physical capabilities, she's expected to draw interest from other WNBA teams or potentially play overseas to further develop her game. Meanwhile, the Sky head into their season opener against the Indiana Fever on Friday with a fresh-looking roster and renewed ambitions. The pressure is on for new additions to step up and for returning players to lead the way.